Now they shift, and here comes Williams in the backfield to take the snap. He's got it, and he's in. Touchdown, Saraland. Final play of the first half. The Department of Human Resources touchdown.
We are live once again. Wake up, coach.
Wake up, coach. If your city doesn't end in a D, then probably put a 0 in front of your 1.
I'm gonna tell you, city don't end in D. You probably ain't going D1.
Yeah. You better be hoping you do like some guys that were. Well, we won't even go there. You might be a cheerleader at a junior college.
You be better off in the band than some of them other schools.
Hey,
If your school ain't in the city that ain't in D, you'll be better off in the band.
Well, and if your city does end in a D and you decide you want to go out there like your senior year, you might be D1 then. After being in the band, but you make sure your city ends in a D.
I'm telling you. Boy, I tell you.
The right place, the right time.
Tell you, it's Taps Tuesday. Y'all, I'll tell you, we've been on here for a minute. Y'all, we done gave y'all enough time to get all of the hate out your system. Some of y'all done had good ball movements by now. Hopefully y'all don't have so much hate in your system no more.
Yeah, they're not so constipated.
I'm telling you. If you don't live, if your school ain't located in a city that is in D, you might hate on another school. Oh boy. Man, it's a shame. It's a real shame how some of these grown people operate. Ain't nowhere in here like a hate on a school called my school ain't got no damn pride. The people that graduate, if the people that graduated from your school don't have no pride, I know you don't. Your school ain't located in a city that ain't in D. I tell you that.
And you know what, man?
Whole lot of pride in those cities.
I've never been one of those people that wanted to watch, I do root for underdogs and stuff sometimes, or, you want the best team to win. But at the same time, it's like when the tradition, matters and whatnot, the history of somebody's got a big winning streak going, it wouldn't matter if I was an Alabama fan or a Patriots fan or whatever. But I've never been one of those people that's been like, oh, I want to see them lose their perfect season, or I'm tired of the winning streak. It's almost like I want them to keep winning just so people stay mad. If they deserve.
Man, we go out to the 7-on-7, and everybody big game was trying to play against Vigo Blunt the whole damn time.
Bro, Murphy had kids didn't even go to their school that's playing college now. Trying to help them, but still couldn't beat Vigo.
All kind of people trying to beat Vigo and Blunt.
Oh, and we didn't get there in time to see one of my former quarterbacks, 4-year starter at BC Rain, and one is a 7th grader at Chestang, to make it 7 in a row for us that time. CJ Powell, man, he had a Clifford Powell Jr. He dotting that thing, dime dots, man. He QB guru, and then of course Keith Kiki Ray, the legend. Hall of Famer, man.
Say
That'll just put
Kiki
him in there.
Rain and Anthony Mix Jr. Viger
Yep,
had two
Anthony
state
Mix Jr.
championship
That's right.
quarterbacks.
Oh, wait, hold on. And then almost like the KJ to Ryan Williams connection from this past year, the 2021 connection, man, that started in the Battle of Pritchard game at Ladd. Anthony
May
Mix
Jordan.
Jr. to Brendan May Jordan. Man, he was Steve Smith out there. Pound for pound, he was the best receiver on the day, bar none, especially in the clutch at the end when they had to have it. Tip ball, got both feet down back of the end zone. Like it wasn't.
And then you had Jacoby Glenn, the former
Oh, yeah. He looked good.
NFL player. He out there catching bombs at wide receiver. You know,
Hey,
he
man.
played quarterback in the league.
To be honest with you, pads or no pads, those guys probably beat any high school team right now. Maybe them and Saraland that'd probably be a 5 overtime game.
You know, man, that was a great event they had. Viger took home the trophy again.
Again.
You know, for Mobile County Public School. Boy, it's a damn shame. Nobody else in the Mobile County Public School can't even crack the surface on trying to win a state championship.
Here you go, Coach. There's some of the computer history, like you say, sometimes not trying to brag, but from our brain here. So besides Viger, 2008, winning, 21 winning, and going 11 and 18, no other Mobile County public school system, not Baldwin County or a private school, has even went, much less won or lost.
Oh, yeah. Man, it's a damn shame.
Football.
You know. I like what a lot of the schools are doing, but state championship, man, that's a whole nother argument. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, man, the biggest argument that I heard all day at the 7-on-7 was which Viger team was better than the other. I ain't never seen nothing like it, y'all. It had nothing to do with no other school. I'm talking about they weren't even bringing nobody else school into the argument. They was talking on which team was the best team.
Yeah, it'd be like if Saban's teams all got together and argued.
The guy from Murphy said, well, y'all coach blew the championship so he get a better job. I said he wouldn't have got the better job if he wouldn't have made it to the championship. Well, I'm telling you, man, it never fails.
Oh, they must have been talking about. No, he did not do that. They were a minute away, and they just.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, you know how it goes.
Play for the kids. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, man.
At the end of the day, the coach ain't played one down. The coach ain't got on the field and did
exactly. I'm gonna put it to you. He didn't jump off sides. I'm gonna put it to you. It's discipline, Coach. I'll put it to you like this. Like you just said, talking about being the players or whatnot. But I mean, you know, players play the game. They win or lose the game. Coaches coach.
Tell you, man, it is what it is, man. I just know.
But hey, nobody said anything. Real quick, I remember what I was going to tell you now, Coach. Sorry, it came to me. Nick Saban, didn't he say he was not leaving the Dolphins to take the Alabama job?
He said it.
And we act like he
said
never
said
it.
Was on a midnight train in Tuscaloosa.
Right, and the reason why the Auburn and the other SEC schools don't care for him very much, and people that aren't Saban fans, is he said he was staying with the Dolphins, who were 8-8. You're like, okay.
And to be honest, he wasn't even the first choice. Rich Rodriguez, Jacksonville State head coach.
That's so funny that you say that. Rich Rodriguez was the first choice. He actually, I think, didn't really want to deal with it at the time. Or
he took the job and he said, "Hell no, I ain't coming down here for y'all to tell me what to do."
Right. Hey, I think even they offered to Steve Spurrier, and they said they were going to still have somebody or alumni tell him what to do. And, he was like, "Nah, you're not telling me what to do either." And Saban somehow, I guess they sent Mal Moore, and he's like, "It'll just be me guiding you a little, and then he's like, "How a little?"
Jackson Aggies checking in. The 2024 state champs checking in with us.
Oh yeah, Landon Duckworth, QB1.
The 2023. I mean, my bad. 2023. Shit, I'm giving y'all back to back already. The state champs checking in from up there up Highway 43 on Championship Highway. I keep telling y'all, the championship highway is Highway 43. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing else. If you ain't on Highway 43, we ain't guaranteed the championship in this region unless it come from Highway 43. I can tell y'all that right now.
Yep.
Highway 43 don't owe us nothing because they win every year. Wake up, Rodney.
Wake up there, coach. Wake up, coach.
If your city don't end
Hey,
in
wake up,
D,
Coach Moore.
where your high school is, you probably ain't going D1.
Yeah. And hey, touching on something you just said a minute ago, and hey, you talking about Viger graduate, and I think he's got a camp this week for the people going. But get your kids that Brent Dearman camp and UNA's camps, but also this is what people need to realize in the history of college football. When you talk about spread offense and changing the game and what's considered the true spread offense and zone read, the man that's the head coach at Jacksonville State was also the head coach to win 4 bowl games in a row with the Pat White, which is a record, same quarterback, and to win 4 in a row. And, basically created the zone read and, that style of spread offense and really did it even at Clemson with Woodrow Dantzler. So, like, the guy's still a top 25 coach no matter what.
Off top.
Even if he played golf all day, maybe a top 10 coach when it comes to just IQ of the game. So Jacksonville State, man, right now, I don't know what's been going on in the past, but they made a good hire, a great hire. He was just Ole Miss's coordinator. So just bragging on that a little bit. I think you need to get your kids to that camp and get looked at as much as you can. And bragging on one team that's connected.
I can tell y'all there's a lot of kids going to these camps. I can tell y'all that they getting themselves out there. Big Logan, Joel Beck, one of the Icon Sport originals, picked up offers from South Alabama and Southern Miss.
Congratulations.
Another great kid from our region picking up offers. Antonio Coleman picked up a University of Texas offer.
Congratulations.
So,
yeah.
Jerry Graham, South Alabama. Alcorn State.
Jerry's been tearing it up.
Shit, Jerry Graham, he the hottest ticket. Another kid from the city that end in D.
Okay, man.
Yep. And of course, KJ
Antonio Coleman, another kid from a city that ends in D.
That's right. Hey, not only did the KJ Lacey offer happen, but the Ryan Williams offer happened not long after that, huh?
Right.
Viger had the best. Shit, Viger had several of the best defenses. I played on one, but they ain't brought up my defense that I played on. We gave up 3 points a game that year. We had 7 shutouts back in 92, the 92-93 season. When we lost the Robert E. Lee 24-7.
The 96 Viger team and 98 were very good.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 96 through about till now.
Shit, we talk about
87
94. The 94-95 team that was undefeated that lost on the controversial call up at Northview.
So let's be honest real quick on both of y'all's opinion and graduates of the school and whatnot. In all honesty, since where even before 87 up until now, really Viger's not had a bad defense or offense at all. Maybe.
See, this the thing. And Sherman Williams, he got on my post talking about that Blunt won 5 championships. Majority of the time, Blunt won a championship or went to the championship, Viger beat him.
Yeah.
Viger beat him in those years. So we, just like I told him in the post, keep it in friendship. I guess
What in
he
Blunt?
comes down in Williamson, so I don't be knowing what be going on down there.
Wasn't
But
Blunt 3A at that time? Wasn't that when they were
no,
3A?
Blunt was 5A. Blunt was at 5A.
There was
Yeah,
some
Blunt was
early
5A.
'90s times that. Okay.
You know,
Maybe I'm getting them
Yeah.
confused when Daphne or one of
but
them was.
we don't want
3A.
nobody to get confused. Sherman Williams only had 75 yards against Viger that year. He ran for 3,000. So we don't want people to get confused, huh? But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Right.
You know,
And just
Yeah,
like
we
all
the
of
can
it,
shut some of the best down now. We
all
can
of it's
shut some of
history.
the best.
Then you got that '98 team. Bryant was so dominant that year with their even defense. No
Should we
one
beat
scored
Alabama
on them.
Bryant? Alabama Bryant was probably the best team in the state that year.
Best in the state.
Yep.
Nobody scored on them. Talking about defense, nobody scored on them till Murphy.
You talking about a damn defense?
It was either 10-8 or 10-7. It was week 8.
Come on.
That was my defense there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you had Larry Howard being Randy Moss. I was at that game live. It was Brandon Johnson for Bryant and
Couldn't get
Larry
nothing.
for Viger. And
Never scored.
Man, I'm telling you.
Then you got Cletus Walker in that game. Cletus was toting.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that in the '96 Blunt Viger game.
Yep. You had Archie. Sure, you had a lot of.
They got the crazy part about that game. Bryant had never been scored on, and y'all, we went straight down the field and scored on that point.
Yep. 2 minutes in the game, I think.
Shit, Jarvis Sanders ran at that quarterback sneak score.
Yep.
I mean, no, he didn't. He threw the ball right there and did.
Oh yeah.
Right there, quick touchdown, Viger.
That quick out.
I know a lot of people hate to hear that. Touchdown, Viger.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That year I was the biggest Brandon Johnson fan, but as soon as I saw that first back shoulder fade to Larry Howard, I was like, I'm kind of pulling for Viger.
Man, Brandon Johnson fumbled 4 times in that game, bro. Brandon Johnson fumbled 4 times. And Roger to tell you that whole week, we didn't do nothing but hit linemen and strip the ball the whole week. That's all we did, y'all. One man sled or tackling lineman all week.
Somebody had a broke nose.
So ain't nobody had no broke nose. We broke some ankles. We broke some legs.
I hear you, Chopper.
Shoot,
Now, you know how you got the
we
400-pound guy on the team that you use for the hitting stuff, but it's almost like you don't budge much. But man, he can't do anything. He can't get in there.
We couldn't hit our teammates like that, but we hit him like that.
Right. You don't really break your nose, but it's pretty close. You think you have. You're like, golly, that guy. Like, you can't do anything, but you can't really move him.
What? Hey, y'all, trivia question. Besides Daphne, what was the only other team to beat Rush Probst? Viger.
No. Nobody beat him that year besides y'all.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That was it. I've got the T-shirt to prove it. They beat Baker and they beat Baker like 56-0 and Satsuma 56-0. They beat somebody 66-0. That's what I'm saying. They blew people out and their defense. But when they had to play Viger, it was a different story. What was it? Second round?
Yeah. I think it was second round.
Second round. Yeah, because we had just beat Central Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget who they played.
We had just beat Central Tuscaloosa that year. And
on that last Hail Mary fly.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I think it was the third round. It was the third round, y'all.
Yeah, it might have been the third round.
It was the third round because we went to Tuscaloosa County.
Yeah,
we went to Tuscaloosa County the next week.
Yeah,
because most people started pulling for y'all to represent and thought y'all were going to.
So we played Baldwin County, Central Tuscaloosa. Then we played Alma Bryant. Then we played Tuscaloosa County. I'm going to tell you, Tuscaloosa County wasn't no chump either, now.
No, they wouldn't.
Man,
they couldn't get that ball down the field, though. They couldn't.
Y'all, I never forget.
Throw that ball.
Tuscaloosa County was going in to score on us. And me and Jarvis Sanders, I said, man, I already know what plays you're going to run. Because I knew they were about to score. I was like, man, go on know what plays you're going to run. Because, man, we going to need you to put this one in his zone. And, man, he went straight down that field and did it. You know?
Yep.
The rest is his story. Telling you. The rest is his story.
Yeah, we did.
Ain't nothing like it, y'all. I'm telling you. Man, we talking about football 365 here tonight, little flashback moment. Playing taps for all the haters. Oh, y'all need it. You know, y'all know y'all for no reason. Man, I'm telling you, I'm just so glad that we covered this region. I'm telling y'all, I am too glad that we covered this region.
What's funny though is we know we're at all these places, and I don't even see half the parentals or family. Maybe they're watching on online live or something that's too hot for them or whatever. But you know, the players, they usually know it. You know, when we're there, and I feel bad on Facebook here lately. I've been getting so many friend requests from people we'll meet. I'm not friends with them, and next thing you know, on my Facebook, y'all get a laugh out of this, I'm having to delete dead people.
You know what? A lot of people
been
waiting on us thinking that they missed the show.
Wait, say that again, Coach. Say it again.
A lot of people been thinking that they've been missing the show. You know, they've been following me. We ain't had a show, y'all. We ain't had a show.
No, we ain't had a show. We've been busy.
I had all kind of people following me thinking that they done missed the damn show.
These kids been camping, you know, in the last week or two, and then they've been someone playing multiple sports. Man, these basketball coaches have got it going grinding right now, or baseball, whatever's going on. They're playing travel summer league at the same time. And then they're juggling that with their morning workouts with their football team, and you know, there's a lot going on.
Yep. Summer practice starts tomorrow.
Well, and you know what? Here's the deal, and this is what people don't understand. And this isn't just for the kids, attempting to attain this scholarship dream, you know, and this is for just kids. It's like, man, this is going to be like playing for Alabama or like a Notre Dame or Miami for me. This is as good as it gets. You know what I mean? This is me being a part of our town, our dream, you know, like Permian Panthers or Varsity Blues or something, right? High school football, Viger, Blunt. So it's just one of those, Saraland, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's serious, man. I mean, this is serious. These kids, they only got, what did they get off from the last day of school? A week and a half?
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know Blunt started on Monday.
It literally forces parents to be like, oh, we got to go to Disney World right now. Got to go to Six Flags right now. Got to go down to Florida right now.
Or we missed it.
Or you will not be getting to even be the second stringer. You will not be a third down type player or anything. We're going to be
a lot of kids moving. A lot of kids been moving lately too now. Y'all don't think that we see it. We just don't say nothing all the time, y'all. We see y'all moving. We see everybody who moving. We see who probably gonna move. We ain't got nothing to do with that. We don't go off speculation.
Man, that's one of my favorite movies. Moving with Richard Pryor. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow, man. Got me laughing. Oh yeah, they moving. I mean, Coach, this is what I don't think anybody's even talked about. I bet you, over anybody, know the people that have moved either from Mississippi into Alabama or Florida or Louisiana, and then all the vice versas. Because we cover that region too, and there's been some moves there too.
Oh yeah, man, it's been crazy. A lot of people been moving, y'all. I can tell y'all that.
A lot of U-Hauls on the road.
Tell them U-Haul trucks been rolling.
I hope they got some of those nice blue U-Haul blankets. The old school be like, make sure they throw that in there for you. You know, that's a good town when you're like, can we get some extra U-Haul blankets? Oh yeah.
Man, I can tell y'all this. It's going down this season. You gonna know if you pick the wrong school. I tell y'all this. It's some schools that gonna shock some people.
Yeah. And I think more than in years past, and y'all could probably back me up and kind of like piggyback on this a little bit. I think there's even going to be some 9th and 10th graders at some big time programs that normally wouldn't even get that much playing time. And you get like a pop off helmet or a little like shin bruise, where they got to go over there and get some tape or the trainer. And that kid comes in and contributes.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of like, it was worth you getting back from your little vacation to, or go every day to workouts.
I'm telling you, man. And, a lot of people trying to come up with reasons and excuses why their kids doing it. Man, just move your kid. You ain't got to give nobody no explanation. You ain't got to fill out a damn question now on why you move your kid.
That's
just
your
move.
kid.
Tell you, at the end of the day, that's your kid.
That's your life, your kid.
And don't let nobody convince you to stay somewhere and your kid ain't playing. Yeah. Don't let nobody pee on your head and tell you that it's raining. If people need an analogy on what we mean, telling you. Yeah. But man, I'm telling you, I'm too excited. I really hope some of these moves pan out. I hope some of these moves that these people making pan out. Because a lot of kids, boy, please don't put your kid in a situation.
Put that on there. That's for a town and a city that ends in D, and even a former coach up the road and been down here at another historical school. But for Coach McKenzie, put old Coach Brandon Taylor's comment on there, Coach. That's perfect. Yeah, everybody knows what happened at that 2021 December state championship. Come on now. If you get beat, you should sprint over to that coach and tell him he did a great job, and y'all should have been more competitive. That's the truth right there, man.
Oh, yeah.
And you done spent 50 minutes on that 50-question test about sportsmanship for AHSAA.
Yeah. Should I shake his hand or what?
But don't let them celebrate too long. Don't let them celebrate too long. We don't want them rubbing it in. Flip the ball to the referee back that just scored, or receiver, skill guy. Don't celebrate too much. We don't want you to have too much fun out here.
I'm gonna tell you, man, and somebody made some sense of this. Every team that won a blowout game got criticized. Pike Road and Viger.
Yeah.
That year. Only two press conferences that came with controversy that year.
What is this, 1983, and everybody's still running the wishbone? Oh, don't run the run and shoot. That's classless. The air raid, don't do that. Don't run it up on us.
What the hell is you doing throwing the ball so much?
Fun and gun?
What is this?
We ain't got no defense.
That's
this is organized street ball we're playing?
Yeah. My mentor, Coach John Jenkins, that helped the coaching tree of Hal Mum and Mike Leach and the air raid, which became the air raid. People used to be like, and they play the air raid siren inside of the Astrodome, and that's just too much. That's classless. Come on, man. Everybody does that now. It is what it is. If you don't like it, don't get beat.
Get out. Leave.
Either score with them or stop them.
Yep, that's what the football is for. Yeah, they don't say that in hockey. They don't say that in hockey or soccer.
Hey, they don't say that in speed chess when the Bobby Fishers and these people of the world are cling, clang, clonk. You know what I mean?
Baseball either.
Oh my gosh! Next thing you know, they just hit 5 home runs in a row. Another grand slam. 10-run rule.
Saraland, Alabama. Spartan country.
No. The video. 35. We got you. Sarah Lamb by 35.
He's from scared to see that scoreboard.
Sarah Lamb by 35. Hashtag. I'm just going to go get a shirt made tomorrow. Be the first one.
Boy, he got a mind of his own. Sandland by 35.
I'm going to get everybody in the Saraland community to buy stock in my hashtag Saraland by 35 and get with that guy and give him half the company since he came up with it.
Well, I tell you.
And we'll march right on down.
By 35.
We'll march right on down to the copyright office and make millions.
Man, Saraland by 35. Let me put that on the screen.
Hey, what was that little kids movie with the Buzz Lightyear Toy Story to infinity and beyond?
I'm telling you. Saraland by 35.
To the moon, Alice.
Boy, I tell you.
It's going to be a fireworks show over there this year, man.
Y'all heard
they're going to be throwing the bomb like the Gap Band's there, and they're shooting the fireworks at the old Hank Aaron Stadium or something. Drop the bomb on me.
The Saraland will literally drop the bomb on your ass.
We'll have Notre Dame recruiting down here. Hey, Notre Dame's going to be recruiting harder because they're like, look, we're trying to go with a whole hashtag Hail Mary thing for this year, and we want 4 verticals and 5 wide.
Somebody said Saraland just scored again.
Yeah, that needs to be another shirt.
Here it is, y'all.
Let me show you how this 10th grade wide receiver who's already committed to Bama got his GLD. Ryan Williams, his Instagram is Hollywood, so he better go step it. Play 1 in a playoff game rematch. Quarterback drops an absolute bucket. The first play of the game, straight out of the ready break. 80-yard bomb. That's 1. Look at my childish self. I just knew this was viral. They get the ball back again. Play action. He sets his feet. I'm like, oh my stars. This is the team that knocked them out of playoffs last year, so they came out to violate. And y'all know the drill. You make a play, you get a hood. It's a good thing you're good at football, because you look like Little Red Riding Hood. Get it together. They start trying to double him, triple him, put him at running back. I'm out of here. Bro hit the speed boost and skedaddle. What that is? 1, 2, 3 of them things in the first half. 240 and 3 tutties.
It is a touch disgusting.
Now the defense start turning up. They throw him a swing pass from the backfield. Got y'all asses. A jump throw across his body. Buck. Just when y'all was rallying to the ball. Right over y'all head. 4 of them things with a whole nother quarter to play.
Hey.
With a whole nother quarter to play.
Yeah.
Somebody forgot about Ryan Williams.
Not only number 1, but he's hashtag the one.
Man, come on.
That's the one.
Boy, he's an instant commercial.
Go.
Oh, you don't believe it? He got another one. He got another one.
And now they shift, and here comes Williams in the backfield to take the snap. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Saraland. Final play of the first half. The Department of Human Resources touchdown.
Did you see that?
Great arm slot and great arm slot and ball placement by KJ Lacey on that.
Oh my God!
Classic.
But man,
classic.
Ryan Williams, man, I'm talking about
Boy,
the one.
Saraland about 35, man. Do I need to put their schedule on the screen? Is it worth putting on the screen? Yo?
Would y'all say that's the closest thing around here in high school in a long time we've seen to like a Percy Harvin, Reggie Bush?
Yeah.
Man, it's illegal what they got going on up there.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say Reggie, I say Percy.
Yeah, me too. Especially out of that shotgun like Wildcat form. And hey, and you know who else was? And this to me should, and especially what he did with the touchdown numbers, and they won the state championship, and he was a sophomore. You got to put him up there in like a B.J. Scott category when he was the number one athlete overall in the nation.
Oh yeah,
I would think, and Ryan can throw too.
Yeah, BJ was the only athlete to come from the state of Alabama with a 5-star rating.
Dude, okay, and this we've talked about that on this show numerous times, just like we have the Damian Jones stories and some other great Viger number one athletes in the nation. But basically, he got Julio and Mark Ingram to sign.
Oh yeah,
Like he was the cause of every one of those players that were the 2009, 2011, and 12 Alabama national champions. I mean, and Saban said it from jump. If I don't get B.J. Scott, then I'm not going to get any of these guys. So he was the start of it all.
Tell you, man. Football 365, boy, I tell you.
Hey, here's a little historical fact for him too. B.J. Scott has been featured on the front cover of the Mobile Press Register and AL.com more than any other athlete.
God.
And I believe Chris Dukes is actually second. You'll probably remember that, how they were always putting BJ and Brandon on those covers, you know.
My thing is that people give us hell, but boy, we cover some schools sometimes that don't even deserve no cover.
I'll tell you two schools right now that, I mean, like, I'm talking about these programs have had turnarounds. We even knew this from the BC Rain Viger game last year, game 2. But BC Rain, and I'll tell you what, man, LaFleur is up and coming. That place is happening right now. I went to that spring game. I mean, it's like a college atmosphere.
Oh man, it's gonna look like a college in a minute too.
Yeah.
With these upgrades. Hold on, let me take this off the screen before the people get confused.
Upgrade their life.
Is that just me, or does that look like they have 2 football fields?
Yeah. The practice field.
Yeah.
Practice field on over there by the
somehow or another they was gonna have some sort of an indoor, even if it was Alma Bryant.
They should have.
Eventually.
They should have. They should cover that practice field.
Well, after we open up the Pritchard City schools, they can do what the hell they want to do.
Gonna say, we may have a combo for Viger and Blunt where they can kind of share different times in the bands and different groups for and kind of like how Saraland does for like Viger and Blunt. But at the same time, an Alma Bryant size with the newer turf and the stuff on the outside like the racks wouldn't be bad at all.
Wake up, coach.
Man, that shit a waste of time.
What, coach?
That all that shit they doing to LaFleur, they putting another football field out there for what?
Hey, but me and you went, sat next to each other, and got something good to eat before, and all that kind of stuff.
Man,
coach.
that's some bullshit, man.
But it is nice over there.
Last stadium, and you gonna build these motherfuckers a whole new school.
Right. But hey, you had to admit, Coach Q.
Man, I'm just keeping it a broke, man. All that football shit for what?
Right. I got to admit.
After the damn game.
Now, Coach Q will admit this. It's real nice over there. I mean, like the whole setup and
setup nice.
But really,
you should have did that at Viger.
There you go. There, preach it, Coach. That's what we've been waiting on right there. That's what everybody knows.
You know what they did? They fucked around and they made that stadium at Viger too small. Now Happy Hill gonna buy up all the damn visitor seats, and you ain't gonna be able to get in and see your kids play.
And you know what? And at Pritchard Stadium, you used to would because McGill would pack it out. The year they won,
ain't nobody ain't no look. Viger and Blunt might be the only time you get a 50-50 crowd in that stadium because Blunt people gonna be all right with going to Pritchard.
Then they're gonna have to turn it into the lip.
When Faith Academy come play Viger in Pritchard, man,
they ain't even bringing Rambo that game.
Yeah.
Man, look, if you ain't
Faith Academy ain't gonna even bring Rambo that game.
Come on, man. It won't be no praying for no paraplegic at Pritchard. Y'all finna put another football field out there for a team that hasn't won a game in 50 tries.
Yeah. It didn't it remind you? And even though that school was new and how great they did everything back then and whatnot, it just reminds me of the way they did Alma Bryant when they built it.
Oh, y'all, they need to build a 5,000 seat basketball court arena.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
exactly.
that's LaFleur.
Exactly, Coach.
Right.
They ought to be
They need to build. Look, y'all, the school system doing so good. Go ahead and build a 5,000 seat arena over at
Don't put the Mitchell Center at Vargas.
Hey, let's just bring back the Mobile Civic Center. That's what
I'm telling you.
And that's what you
put it on a trailer and take it out to preacher. I'm telling you.
How much some 14 karat gold costs to spray in, kind of like the Notre Dame helmets on back on top of it instead of the fake stuff. You know what I mean?
Man,
back in them
5,000 seat basketball arena. Since y'all building all this shit for the flow.
Them Ronnie Arrow days when we was
boy, I tell you.
You gotta have fun.
It ain't even that many damn kids to use all that shit at LaFleur.
Hey, it's funny. If we were on the board with the school system, which I mean, hey, I might as well go back and do that now in administration. Forget coaching; they'll probably move me right on in there when KT becomes mayor. But I mean, long story short, man, you go in there. These people probably be cracking up at what we're saying. The meetings would last 5 minutes. They'd be like, "Let's go to lunch. Y'all are right. Let's just do what you're saying."
Man, it's the dumbest shit in the world, man. They must have been a closed Vargas or something.
They
matter of fact, go ahead and build Baker. Hey, go ahead and build Baker a damn a soccer complex out there.
What you say?
Yeah. Hey, that offensive line. Hey, Q.
Yeah.
You remember the Theodore game last year, game 1? The offensive line for Joshua Flowers looked like soccer goalies.
What you say?
I felt so bad for that kid. I was like, you could be a Viger right now.
Yeah, LaFleur need to be a 6-12 school. Look, LaFleur need to be a magnet 6-12 school.
So this is what I'm hearing. This is what
they need to bring back the magnet designation for LaFleur.
They need to move Dunbar to damn LaFleur.
So move
Why
Dunbar.
You got 2 damn magnet schools downtown? You got Barton Academy and you got damn Dunbar.
And you
Come on, man, make this shit make sense.
2-3 miles from them.
Yeah, but then you got Callaway right around the corner. You got 3 downtown middle schools.
Yeah. So you got Callaway. So but you could move Callaway. Here's what you're saying. So you got Callaway, Dunbar, and hold on. This is what I've heard is going to happen for a long time. Eventually, when they were going to do this new LaFleur thing, Booker T. Washington is going to get closed down. They're moving all those kids to LaFleur.
Boy, that'll be the best thing they ever thought about.
That could be the best shit ever happened to
They'll keep their kids instead of losing.
Now y'all gonna need that football field for Booker T games, because that mother gonna be packed.
Yep. Booker T had a good football team this year.
They come back. Yeah, they did. Chicken and them.
Tell you, Booker T got them. Booker T will fill up that damn state full of flow with.
Yeah, I know.
Probably right. Shout out to my boy Robert Presley. Played at Carroll City Chiefs, and
them folks won't have a sellout the whole year, y'all. Them folks will not have a sellout the whole year. Ain't nobody wasting their time going to no damn LaFleur game.
Y'all ain't got a fuck in the classroom.
Hold on, I gotta say this. Me and Q, we went to the spring game, sat at the very top of the Booster Club seats near Corey LeBounty and the announcing. He did a great job DJing too. At the halftime. So, man, Coach, I'm telling you, man, we saw more people leaving because it was hot, when they did the game time. But I mean, it makes you wonder about Friday nights. We saw more people that was out tailgated. They had to go home.
Man,
I don't know. They had a nice turnout though. If LaFleur had that kind of turnout consistently, they'll win some games. That's
it's a domino effect
at a LaFleur event. Football.
It's a domino effect. I'll agree with you there, because if they win a couple, people will start packing it out.
Yeah.
That's everywhere
If I ain't
nowadays.
gonna pack that shit out this year every game.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there, and hey,
every single fucking
I gotta be honest with y'all. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Jerian and being his PE coach and whatnot, and that being my last kids that were sixth graders at Chestang. I didn't get to coach them, him and Josh Flowers or whatever it was. But man, those kids are special. I may go to more Viker and MGM games than I do Saraland this year.
Shit, hell no. What?
Well, not the big
why
game.
You gonna go see them games over probably the number one team in the country?
Because I have kids that I coach in those games.
I wouldn't give a fuck. I want to see some great. I want to see Himothy. I want to see 1 through 9. Goddamn.
Himothy, you're right. Okay.
Oh,
the second coming, the Messiah of football. You're like, hey.
Maryland has traditionally waxed everybody's ass in the city.
Oh, shit.
Well, my kids
since haven't been rolling, they've been beating ass. This is the best Saraland team they ever had, and they got 2 more years. I'm not gonna fucking miss.
So basically, you're telling me after the Viger Blunt game and like MGM, if they're whoever
I ain't
they're
going
playing.
to Viger Blunt.
Okay.
I'm going to see Saraland. Every now and then, I'm going to see Bobby G knock the shit out of something.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm finna watch Ryan score 75 fucking touchdowns this year.
I gotta go watch
on the screen.
I gotta go watch MGM one game, man, and go watch Jared Hollins and James Bolton. I gotta go watch those guys.
If you ain't watching Hollywood, you ain't doing nothing. A lot of them games, you ain't even gonna be able to get in.
Yeah. They ain't gonna have me tell brother go see the other teams play out there. Said ain't go for ain't gonna be retarded.
Q, I gotta hope there's some Thursday games.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be going to a lot of alternate games. But Friday,
it ain't gonna be none. Ain't nobody playing on Thursday but Murphy. Murphy don't see. Ain't nobody going to see no damn Murphy game. You be better going to watch Scarborough play Pillars or some damn body.
I'm gonna train people for. Hey,
I had a belief in. I'm gonna blow. I might blow y'all away. I had a belief that Murphy was finna make some noise. I'm telling you now, Murphy finna lose every fucking game.
Damn.
Wow.
They're gonna lose. If they win one, they'll be lucky to get Roberts there.
Ooh.
Now, it's some shit that can happen for me to change my opinion on Murphy. It's definitely some shit that can happen. But until that shit happens, Murphy lose every game. And I already told the kids over there too.
Damn.
So fuck it. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, Q talking shit. No, I went over there and I told the kids. And I told everybody, if y'all don't change some shit, I don't like how y'all doing it, y'all gonna lose every game. The kids kind of was like, they kind of bucked back a little bit, but I don't know. Hopefully they change.
That motivation. You throw that motivation in their face.
Man, I just told them little niggas the truth. I told them little niggas the God drawing the truth. And like I said, they were kind of offended.
You're gonna thank you. Q, they not from a city that N and D, so they gonna swear you hate.
Oh yeah,
the only people that think you be hating when you motivating kids that way are them people that don't stay in a city that live the N and D.
Yeah.
Look, in all the D cities develop D1 players. And those are real facts.
Hey, you want to know what else too, KT? If we gonna see a lot of Saraland games, shit, you mean we left Saraland game and went to Blunt and Spanish Fort. We gonna be getting out of there early. So we could probably catch 2.
Oh boy, y'all, something else.
Shit, we went right to Spanish Fort. Saraland, it was Saraland and Murphy. Man, folks stole so many goddamn times on Murphy in the first quarter.
That was like when me and you left the alumni 7-on-7 the other day. Viger still had some other team to play, but when we saw him beat Murphy with the stacked team that half the players didn't even go there and play in college, we were like,
hell yeah, Murphy had to go recruiting out there.
Hey, Q looked at me. He's like, "You ready to go?"
Boy, I missed that one.
You missed it, what?
You missed the alumni thing?
Yeah. We were late. I missed my boy CJ. You know, Powell. He put on the show, and we was late getting there. He's like, He's like, Coach, you miss me and everything. I was like, well, I saw Kiki, my bad, and AJ.
Yeah. Shit, KJ May out there spinning that bitch.
And KJ May was spinning that thing. I ain't gonna lie.
KJ May out there spinning that bitch. If they would have caught some of that shit, they champions.
He didn't have enough catch.
That motherfucker out there spinning that bitch, and he had a playbook.
Yeah, the out route looked great. I mean, his timing, he looked as good as Herbert did a couple of years in the Senior Bowl, man.
Man, he was spinning that hoe.
So him, Kiki, Keith Ray, and CJ Powell, man, that quarterback, and then Brennan May Jordan on that. What about that tip drill ball he caught off the DB's tip and still got both feet down in the back of the end zone? Man, you standing right there.
Oh yeah, Brennan May is that.
Man, that shit was illegal, man. That
Steve
shit.
Smith.
And then you had Cartel Howell out there playing. That shit illegal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. He was balling on folks too.
AT
man.
out there, bitch. Brennan May out there, bitch. Kobe Glenn, Nudie.
Yeah, Nudie was out there. He looked good, especially on a little flat and out route.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, and everybody on here
Mix out there
know this.
Mix looked good. He had some good.
We can't help that Viger people got Viger spirit. If your school don't bring enthusiasm out of the alumni, that's y'all damn fault.
Hey, did y'all notice
get
this?
mad at us when we at a Viger event and we going crazy just like shit? It's the damn current season. You cannot help. We are the school that's being built, and we don't give a fuck if y'all mad that we out there cheering for our school.
And they
some of y'all don't take all that. Shut your punk asses up, cause we gonna cheer for Vice. How about that?
I can say this too, and something Q preached about a week or two ago on one of his lives of like I don't know if it was from MMA fighting or football or both or just training in general. But man, them Viger guys, they're acclimated to the heat. They've been playing ball outside and doing things their whole life out there, man. You just saw people, they started to drop like flies the later the day got. And it was like the Viger guys, they might as well have had a Cool Zone fan over there on them. They was just chilling.
Another thing everybody probably didn't notice, Viger and Blunt set up under the same tent. Y'all, it ain't never no hate in PA.
That's cool.
It ain't never no hate in the city that in. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man. That reminds me of so many of my Chastain middle school kids and those Mobile County kids on years I wasn't coaching at Viger or Blunt. And just, man, that should tell you something right there, man. And that was back when everybody played at Pritchard Stadium.
Yeah, I'm glad them days over with.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. I saw Miss Ward on the golf cart, though.
Man, it was shit pissed me off because Prime said, goddamn, people should come and rise up against Ladd.
Nah, man, we gotta be honest.
He probably would have had a lawsuit.
Hey, a lot of people don't even remember that high school all-star game I had there, and I had a lot of junior college kids get signed.
Man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mississippi. It's a couple of years ago, but that was one of the, besides the 18 Viger team, that was one of the last like bright spots. You know what I mean?
Man, that 18 Viger defense, man, it's one of the best I've ever seen.
Okay, we were just talking about that earlier. Yeah, 8 and 18 would be a good gauge to see two of the best, I would say. 8, man, here's the thing about 08. So you had guys that played DB that could start tailback at a lot of other schools and be like all-staters. Kind of like Derek Butlers that were playing like corner or safety for Viger 08. You know what I mean, Q?
I don't know. From 96 on out.
Look,
you had the same thing.
You just pick a team, right? Well, really, since probably like what was the year, even if they weren't the 87, 88 like type Viger, what was the year in the 80s or like what was the year where it was almost like they were just so dominant on through until now? Because they really ain't had a bad year, man. They really ain't had a bad year since some kind of 80s, and it had to be before 87.
I think 80. I think Ulysses was in 79. That's when Viger started turning the corner.
Right.
Okay.
But 86 was pretty good. That was Lectron sophomore year. 85 was pretty good his freshman year.
Didn't he have some games almost of 300 yards, like 254 or 259, like when he was a freshman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Viger was losing then. Now we ain't gonna sit here and give him a damn plaque for that shit. They were getting their ass tore up.
Really?
Murphy really was the better team.
Yeah, Murphy was it 82 or 83 Murphy won?
83. They won the state championship.
And one of my old high school coaches that was a mentor to me, Coach George Holcomb, that ended up being a headmaster principal at Mobile Christian, man. He was the defensive coordinator on that team.
Carl Cannon was the quarterback. You sent Kill the link.
Tomerville was hot too back then.
Were they still Tomanville High School?
Yeah, that was Tomerville back then.
And hey, you know who's the most famous athlete to ever graduate Tomanville High School, right?
Who was that?
Coach Ben Harris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cannon arm. Half court 3-pointers.
Ben Harris.
Imagine somebody's coach being able to do that in front of them. Like imitate and emulate this. And I mean, I get in the zone sometimes as a coach, but I just think about that guy. I'm like, could you imagine that size? He had to be like Jamarcus coaching high school or something. And I just own like Aaron Rodgers, just like being a coach or something, you know?
Right.
Like a magician, like this is how you do it. And like, no wonder there was Damian Craig and, you know, the DDs. And I mean, your coach can do it all. And I definitely heard nobody was crossing him, even if you're a big-time defensive end or a linebacker at Blunt.
Oh, no.
Like, that dude was – a lot of people
legit.
A lot of people say that even when he was head coach of some of those state championship teams and Blunt in their prime, the guy probably could have even still been on the practice squad for the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
He was just that athletic and that, like – giant and quick.
Yeah, Coach Harrell was a beast.
Yeah, that's cool, man. My grandpa used to tell me stories. I think he knew his dad, and then I kind of like either grew up watching and eventually coached some of my high school, like middle school heroes when I used to go to that 96 Viger Blunt game, and man, all those great defensive players Blunt had back then. Them dudes, that's back when people were wearing like the McDavid cowboy collars and the ends and the tackles and line, but they're all like spatted up to like almost their
that's when we spat
with the tape, like y'all
with
like you
tape,
had hooves on your cleats.
Wrap you all the way up and down.
Bro. Yeah,
catch the crap you want to in that.
Yeah, and y'all had the good long cleats probably with the that could grip the wet grass. It had the probably had the metal tips.
Who was the best football player to come out of LaFleur, y'all? I think Lawyer Tillman, the one that went on to Auburn, and then Danny Woodson probably was second.
Yeah, and you could give them a tie, maybe if people wanted to, just to give them like a tie. Hold on, I'm just thinking real quick.
Well, yeah, Anthony Marshall played at LSU. Another great player.
One of my best friends, and I trained him, and he almost made it even back to the NFL. He holds CFL records, holds arena football records, and holds HBCU records. Derek Hector holds Morehouse records for receiving.
Oh yeah.
Morehouse.
Yeah. So there you go, HBCU. I mean, and Chris Chambers said he was one of the best football players and athletes he's ever trained, and you know, a couple of NFL teams probably should have made that move.
What's the linebacker y'all that well, Ben Harris went to Tomanville.
Right.
I'll
tell you this. My sophomore year, I got honorable mention for like all county and had 61 tackles and missed 2 games with staff. One great linebacker for Viger was Larry McSwain, but for LaFleur, and he wore number 1. He was one of the best football players and athletes I ever saw. Mustaki Smith.
Mustaki.
That dude.
What was the linebacker, y'all, that played with the Redskins? Went to Louisville from LaFleur.
Hold on.
Dog, what's his name? What's the linebacker, y'all, that went? He ended up playing with Washington Redskins. I can't think his name right now. Played at Louisville.
Hold on, I'm getting it. Robert Calhoun.
Robert Calhoun. Now that's another great player that played over at LaFleur.
He was drafted by the Washington Redskins.
He was from LaFleur.
That's
Robert McCoon. That's his name.
McCoon.
Robert McCoon. Yep.
McCoon.
That was another bad boy.
McCoon.
Then you got to realize Patterson Owens. He went and played at University of Houston. Eddie Hunter. You had Eddie Hunter. Played at University of Alabama from LaFleur. So, man, LaFleur done had some players now. It ain't like they just sorry. I don't want nobody to think that they just sorry. You know, they done had some great players to come through LaFleur.
They just need to bring that together.
You know, you had them shoot boys.
Yeah, them shoot boys hard.
Shit, them shoot boys might have been the best players that ever come through there that didn't go big time. Because them boys was real. Boy, them boys be Viger by themselves. Dang, I remember that.
And I still got 3 interceptions that game.
Yep.
They beat us.
Poe Jason Howard threw about 12.
Hey, did y'all ever find the linebacker? It was Robert McCune.
Yeah, Robert McCune.
Yeah, we got it.
My bad. Yeah, that wasn't me, everybody. I looked it up. That's why I fell offline. So that's a name we need to remember. I mean, that's big time. Those kids need to that guy, he needs to have like a poster up at the school framed or something, you know? I mean, making the NFL, that's not a little feat.
Oh no.
And to play linebacker, I mean, you're sacrificing your body, literally.
We need to make sure that we, continue to mention these people. You know,
I mean, that's history. That's part of even what happened at their spring game and the hype. And these people should be celebrated.
I'll be back, y'all.
Yeah, Coach. I tell you, man.
There goes some more history and the future, man. It's just another, like you say, great day in our region.
Tell you, another great day in the region, yo. One thing about us, y'all, we can pull. I know Q's on here talking about LaFleur and all that, but y'all, we can pull a positive from any school in this region. Man, it's all type of pros that done went to all schools. And you got Jordan Patterson played out there at Baker, one of the top baseball players. What's the kid from McGill?
Bubba
playing
Thompson.
with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, Bubba Thompson.
Then you got Jake Peavy, another guy from where he plays, St. Paul's?
Yeah, and from the Sims area.
Exactly. So, AJ McCarron, all them boys,
Oh yeah, AJ even played in some Premier and municipal.
What's the linebacker from St. Paul that played in the Super Bowl with the Rams a couple years ago?
Mark Barron?
Is Mark Barron?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
He was linebacker then.
Yeah.
Yep. He played at St. Paul's. Shoot, St. Paul's done have people like blow out their knee and like been at Auburn and stuff. Supposed to be like all world deep. I mean, number one.
AJ Finley with the Rams right now. AJ Finley dad played at Viger. Mama went to Viger.
There you go.
So my thing, man, we can pull some positives now. That's one thing we can do. What's the kid from McGill that's with the Cowboys, wide receiver?
Oh,
Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah, Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, my bad.
His
My
daddy
bad,
coached at Williamson.
Yeah, and my bad, Coach Carl Jackson. I know that's one of yours. And 251 Family 7-on-7. Big shout out for you and all you've ever done, and and man, Anthony and those guys balling in the 7-on-7. And there you go, AJ Mix, Anthony Mix.
He got a crazy part about it. The daddy worked at coached at Williamson. Look, the daddy coached at Williamson, and the mama worked at Viger.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you. So, those are the type kids, y'all, man, come from great families. Them kids come from great families, y'all. I'm telling you that. Man, I'm telling you what really made me feel good. One of the top players I ever coached, Jacoby Glenn, was, with the 7-on-7, played with the Chicago Bears and, a couple more teams. And I'll tell you, man, it was good just being around him. Man, I'm telling you, that guy, man, he said Ryan Williams might be the greatest player to ever play high school football in Mobile. He said it. He told me that on Saturday. He said Ryan Williams is the greatest player to ever play. Y'all, they come from an NFL guy that done seen what other great players look like. And, you were down there arguing with some folks. He said, man, I was a 2-time All-American when I played at Central Florida. He said, I ain't play against receivers like Ryan Williams. Y'all, they coming from a former college All-American and an NFL player. Talking about how good, the transfer portal wide on you. I ain't gonna be like some of them other. I'm waiting till they land. I'm giving them kids to their 3 days. Y'all, I'm telling you, some of y'all gonna have some kids at y'all practices, high school coaches, that ain't gonna be there the first 3 after that 3rd day of school. They gonna be somewhere else. Telling you now. Tell you, man. It's a great time to be in this region. Jeff and Roger, y'all still here?
Yeah, I'm still here, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
I hung out with Trey McAlpine.
Coach had to go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Big Miles Adams went on that visit out to Texas Tech, wearing that big number 22. I saw him with that 22 on, Miss Smith. Y'all out there looking like millionaires. Out there in Big Texas. Tell him. Man, come on.
Man, he said, "Put that on the screen. You got to." He said, "Man, we will know next week where everybody will transfer to."
Dude.
Come on, man.
Man, a lot of them folks done transferred. I went up to Saraland yesterday to the basketball game. I saw quite a few kids.
Yeah, Coach Steve Green, the pack is back.
Oh Lord, boy, I remember them folks brought them shirts out, boy. Man, Value went on a roll like no other. Talking about the pack is back. I remember them shirts. They were black. It was a black shirt with a wolf on it. Had the pack is back, man. I'll never get them shirts. They were back in '96, y'all. We was ranked number 6 in the country that year and lost to Tyler Watts. Tyler Watts got hold of our ass out there at Preacher Stadium. They beat us 27-20 in that game. Tell you. I'm gonna tell you this though, Steve. Everybody say Viger back, but I'm gonna tell you that 5A Region 1 is tough. BC Ryan ain't nothing to play with. Williamson ain't nothing to play with. Faith Academy ain't nothing to play with. Gulf Shores, UMS right. So that's 6 teams, y'all, again, fighting for 4 playoff spots. And I don't care what nobody say, 6A Region 1 ain't got 6 teams fighting for no playoff spot. It ain't no 6 teams in 6A Region 1. It's probably 5, but 6 teams. I don't see 6 teams fighting for no region spot in 6A. So 5A is a little bit more tougher. You know, you still got your Centennials, you still got your Albertas, and you still got your LaFleurs. And y'all LaFleur is much improved, but that don't mean they're gonna win a game. I just said it. LaFleur is much improved, but it still don't mean that they're gonna win a game. You know? So at the end of the day, y'all, it is what it is. You know, Alberta much improved. Alberta got a kid, a Division I kid down there now. At running back. Gulf Shores got multiple kids down there. Faith Academy. Where you at, Jeff? I'm still waiting on some other kids. Waiting on some other kids at Faith Academy to come on the scene and pick up offers. You know, yeah, we've been bragging on these people for quite some time, but them offers just ain't adding up out there. You know, Tiny Goodwill is racking up offers.
Yeah, he's
Louisiana
clutch,
Lafayette today.
He is clutch. There's some other guys. I think they're going to have to show their first 4 or 5 games on film and the eye test, and we'll see what we get after that. Even some upcoming seniors.
And y'all, I'm gonna tell you this: the park ball popularity contest don't mean nothing to these college coaches, because I done heard some people say, "Oh, he wasn't nothing when he was in park ball, and these kids got Division I offers." Some of these kids that they probably said wasn't nothing, them kids got Division I offers now.
Yeah, well,
so that park ball popularity contest don't mean nothing when it comes to get offers.
If the spotlight's on you, you know, just like a pitcher in baseball sometimes, and I'm just going to compare it to that. You just, this first 4 or 5 games of even your senior year, that they do matter, as you say. Sometimes it matters.
Yeah. Some of y'all kids need to start committing. I hate to say that. I hate to be the bad news. Some of y'all have peaked out, and if you wait too long, you're gonna start losing. You're gonna start to lose scholarship money. You gonna have an offer, but that offer gonna go from 120,000 to about 25. So some of y'all need to go ahead and go commit, verbally commit to some of these people, and be close to signing with these people, so you can get your full ride. Cause some of y'all gonna try to play the game. Oh, I'm waiting on D1, and you ain't gonna get no D1. Do not sit here cause my team supposed to be in the top 5 in the state. That shit don't mean nothing if you're not out on that field performing at a high level. Telling you now. Boy, I can't wait for that. Y'all, I can't wait for the regular season. Man, there's a lot of kids that couldn't play in the spring that gonna be playing in the regular season. A lot of kids. I done heard about the little tug of war with all the 8th graders. Y'all keep tugging and y'all keep warring with the 8th graders. If your program depending on the 8th grader, your ass ain't gonna be. Go ahead and put an O in front of your 1 when you get in a tough region game. I'm telling you. If you depending on an 8th grader, go ahead and put an O in front of your 1 when you play a region game. I'm telling you now. You see him playing tug of war. Oh man, boy, look, Kiki, boy, he the best thing since sliced bread. And you out there, you little Kiki ass that got hurt cause damn Bobby G that came up and nailed his ass to the cross. Or Tyler Land from out there Blunt, or Yusuf Clark down at Williamson that nailed his ass to the cross. And y'all, oh, little pookie ass, he got hurt. Telling you, sit down there and depend on one of them 8th graders y'all want to. Telling you now. We're in an 8th grade bidding war. Man, them 8th graders gonna get your ass beat. Telling you. You better not play Theodore Saraland or Blunt or Vigo or Williamson. They gonna nail your ass to the cross talking about putting an 8th grader out there on that field. That shit gonna be illegal. Well, boy, he was so good till they damn fractured his goddamn shoulder. I'm telling you now. The weight room matters. Telling you now. Put a kid out there who ain't ready. Telling you now. Put an 8th grade kid out there that ain't got Ryan Williams type speed. Look,
Right.
I never saw what Anthony Nick said. Anthony Nick
Exactly.
said this last year. You can't hit what you can't catch.
Yep, that's that back ear hole shot of the linebacker, especially in the middle, man.
And boy, look at here. When Ryan Williams met Will James going down that sideline and he scooped them up in the air, boy, everybody in the stadium held their breath. I'm telling y'all, man. You put an 8th grade out there talking about this kid gonna be great. That kid gonna be riding out with 2 fingers up in there.
Hey, can you imagine on a screen pass if Coleman for Saraland gets out there in the flats?
Man, come on.
You'll be talking about night. Hey, and then you get little Ricky, just like you said, Yusuf Clark.
Man, let Ricky Nichols hit one of their asses. Let Taj Poe down at Williamson hit one of their asses. Or Yusuf Clark hit one of them a little bit. Man, come on. You gonna be calling Newmans. Telling you.
Yeah,
Telling you now.
It ain't gonna be a regular night.
Hell no. It ain't no 8th grader ready to take his ass out there and talk about making a damn contribution. Every play. And if they do got you out there, you're gonna have a lot of numbers behind them goddamn on the losing column.
Right. Hey, I gotta be funny real quick. You know how we'll mention a great name right here too. Top recruit. So remember how Sterling Dixon had like the Friday commercial thing?
Oh yeah.
All right. So basically, if you get like Yusuf Clark or Lil Ricky or some of those other guys you were naming, or Coleman, it's almost like the dad. You don't really want it. You're the 8th grader that should be saying like the dad when he goes, "You want some of this too, old man?" No.
Tell you,
like you do not want that, bro. You don't want that.
You
like,
don't want that
do.
for your
like,
kids. I'm telling y'all.
They're cleaning your kids' weight double. Like they're getting trained to do this. They're getting trained to like this is it. This is like
and Jeff, here go the bad picture. We talking about kids, y'all, that ain't lifting 135. They ain't bench pressing 135 yet. But y'all talking about, this kid gonna be a value. Man, that kid gonna get his ass hurt.
He gonna get T. Higgins. I hate to say it. Y'all know what happened to that guy.
Man, you sit out there and depend on the 8th grader to win this year. Your ass gonna go ahead and put a 0 in front of your 1. Telling you now.
You can get bucked by even one of these big running backs, man. Kid put the crown on his helmet, just doing what he does, lowering, getting north with his shoulder pads, running through blaster dummies. What you think's gonna happen to little Johnny?
Y'all, I'm telling you, them kids ain't hitting goddamn padded. Look, boy, they ain't hitting pads out there, hitting damn dummies. Shit, you hitting real live people.
Hey, these are the type of kids that go out there, nothing to do in the heat of the day with their shirts off and just their school shorts and some tennies on, or whatever, and be like, pick them up and bust them type kids. Like, let's go, man. I'm gonna buck you.
It ain't too many people, Jeff, in this 8th grade class. Now they talented, all of that, but it ain't too many of them kids that's physically ready for Friday night. When KT up here talking about it's Friday night, boy, look here. Boy, when I start saying that song, boy, it get real. Man, them lights gonna be beaming, and every damn bug in the vicinity
Look at that.
Gonna be up there trying to goddamn get up in them lights.
Coach Chris, hey, and Coach Steve Green, look what he just said. One of our former running backs, Chestang, right there, Hampton U. Chris Dukes. Unless he's a Chris Dukes, yeah, you gotta have that breakaway.
I don't know. Now Abel might be ready though. The boy from Denton.
Is Abel ready? Yeah, he did run a 4.7
Abel.
Hey, I'll say this: whether not be laser or what, there's old man clock on a medium. That kid was running anywhere from about 4.75 to 4.7 flat and 2.
Yeah.
And I mean, he looked like Q compared him to. I was just joking. I said like a Herschel Walker Earl Campbell like type kid with his thighs, and Q went ahead and hit it on the head. He says, "Man, that's Jerome Bettis." I was like, young Jerome Bettis.
Man, that junk is serious, Joe. This stuff is too serious. I don't know where these people coming up with this stuff. But
hey, and was already fast. The kid that took my coaching, he got out in front good of the line, got all of it he could. Just had a good forward lean. His hips were in a good place, still leaning, but high enough. Good shin angle. Self-corrects good. I'm saying it right there. Coachable kid, takes coaching and makes himself better because of it. So that's the kind of football player you're getting right there. Great kid.
Can you hear me, Jim?
Yeah, I'm good. I was wondering if I make noise or something from you, man.
I here locked up on me. I had to switch over.
No, you're good. I mean, man, you can tell I'm excited. I've put so much energy into the last, several weeks, but really these kids are going into camp and trying to go watch some of them. And then the all the 7-on-7 stuff, even Wu Gang TV. I mean, man, people can say what they want. Their football is basketball on grass here in Mobile, Alabama. It's almost like basically taking over baseball.
Oh yeah.
It's the happening thing. We're the most recruitable place for football per capita on the planet, not only just in the United States of America. So basically, this is like soccer. It's bigger than soccer. You even see some kids trying to keep their toes from getting turf toe. A lot of them, they know they're playing on that same kind of turf like at Sage. Some of them save their feet and wear some of these Nike like soccer cleats.
I can tell
The edge with the speed and the comfort of their feet.
I can tell y'all this: that turf at Lad ain't nothing like the turf up at Sierra. That Sierra turf, something different.
It's got some kind of magic in it, Coach. They roll it
Tell
every
you,
day or something.
I don't know what Jeff Kelly got in that damn turf up at Sierra. That Alma Bryant probably was bigger than Blunt and Bryant. The Alma Bryant game. I don't know. Not that year. Not far as for Alma Bryant it was. I'm telling you, that Alma Bryant game was something to deal with. 'Cause, boy, it took us an hour to get out of there. I ain't gonna lie. I was on that bus. Roger was too. Y'all, it took every bit of an hour for us to get up out of there after that game. Telling you.
Yeah.
It was some fun to play in. I can tell you that. And coach, I tell you, man, that was a highlight of my coaching career. My first year coaching varsity, and we down there in a quarterfinal game, and ultimately went to the state championship. That year. Just like I tell people, man, it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
Until you coach in one of them state championship games, you ain't coach. I'm telling you now. Cause man, I'm telling you, man, the preparation going into that game, man, we had to go to Woodlawn High School that day to practice. And man, I'm telling you, it was like the Dallas Cowboys was on their campus that day. Man, wasn't nothing like it, Jeff. I'm telling you, man. Telling you.
That's awesome.
Played in the old Legion field, man. Tell you, being in
Man,
that locker room, man, it was just so awesome. It was
Legion
awesome being
Field.
in that locker room. Historical locker room, I'm telling you. And then, man, they called out every kid name who played in that game. Man, it wasn't nothing like it. I'm telling you.
That's awesome, Coach.
I want every kid to experience that. You know, that's why we get on here. And, pretty much, man, that's why we go so hard in the paint. For the
Yeah,
kids.
I mean, go ahead, Coach. I was just saying, I've tried to name drop as much as I can. Think kids that I think stand out and are deserving, to hear their name called, even on our show.
Man, come on.
Um,
Going back to the 8th grade thing, it's some 8th graders now, but if those kids out there exclusively depend on them 8th graders, that's gonna be 9th graders this season. Go ahead and put more L's in instead of those W's.
yeah.
I guarantee you they're gonna have more L's than W's if they exclusively have to depend on some of these 8th graders. Because I'm telling you, man, it's an upperclassman world right now. From y'all, this 10th grade and 11th grade class might be the best two classes that ever play football down here.
Yeah, speed and ball skills wise, I would definitely say so. Just athleticism. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all ain't got nothing against the seniors, but I'm telling you, this sophomore and freshman, junior class is, man, I'm telling you, man, 2025 and 2026, they run, look, look, look like Sharon say, Sarah they run 25 and 26 run this region. I can tell y'all that. There's some real dogs in those two.
Yep.
I was going to keep them in the goddamn Friday game. I can see you this. My parents picked me up the bus. They gonna go to the hood down there to the white people. I'm telling you, man, I'm excited. But I was looking at some schedules today, and you know, I was looking at Williamson and Blunt's schedule today. Both of them got interesting schedules. Some people might say, man, they're gonna get thrashed. But y'all, all of them tough. I don't want nobody to sit here and think, oh man, they ain't nothing. Everybody's schedule tough. And really how you play those games might dictate how many games you win. You know. KT, I'm sorry, the Alvin Brown game was too great. I still have VHS of that game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was a great game, man. That was a great game. I was in both games that year. And Blunt beat our ass that year. Well, they ain't beat us bad. I think they beat us 14-7 that year. In the Blunt and Viger game. And should we be Alvin Bryant 21-14, but that year. So I'm telling you, that's different football though. Y'all, you talking about when you put a whole community, two different sides of the community together. Bowler Battery meets Grand Bay. Instead of Alba versus Grand Bay, it's on the same team. Man, them people had to go to a military. Where did they go that year, Jeff? Camp something. Before the season, just to get them to play together.
Who?
I'm gonna get that.
Russ Probst had to do that?
Yeah.
We need to look that up. I kind of remember the article maybe from when I was like a kid. I mean, I was growing up out there at the time. I mean, I went to that game, man. That was a top 3 game of a high school game I ever went to.
I'm telling you, man, it's one of the greatest games I ever participated in as a coach. Besides, playing y'all that year in Chastain and beating BJ Scott that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he was at Mobile County.
Yeah.
So, but I'm telling you, man, it just goes to show what type of football, we really have in this region. But I still say this, and Jeff, I'm gonna let you talk about it as well. A parent in the 9th grade, you better make sure you make the right decision on where you go your 9th grade year.
Yeah. Either
You
you're
know,
going to get a lot of good film, or your
because
kid's going to play some and contribute.
exactly, because you rather have the option of playing JV or freshman compared to not playing varsity your sophomore year if you at the wrong school. I hate to tell some people that, but you better make sure you in the right spot.
Either that or you better be behind the right person that's going to, somebody getting recruited at like the quarterback position or something like that.
Exactly.
Which some people may have made the moves right there, even with a one and done type of kid. If he's that good and got enough D1 offers, and you may learn a little something.
Yeah.
We don't want to take away from nothing. Just like you were talking about earlier, you lost to a great quarterback that time in high school, Tyler Watts, and he still didn't have the arm of Brody Kroll had. So when I say some people about being a Brody Kroll, Herm Edwards will tell you for a little while Brody Kroll wasn't like a Sam Bradford, had been a little frail. Both of those guys, they had cannon arms.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes that's why it don't always help being the tallest guy. Sometimes 6'2" is about all you really need to be. No, really taller than 6'4". And not that you need that. I mean, we're in the world of look at the Kyler Murrays and whatnot. I mean, you don't Bryce Young.
Think about this. What quarterback took his team as a freshman to a state championship?
Jamarcus Russell.
Think about that now. I want you to think about that. That means for a freshman quarterback to take a team to the state championship, you got to be almost like a Jamarcus Russell.
Dang, you gotta be threading that needle.
What running back went to a state championship game and was effective as a freshman?
Freshman.
What
I don't know,
receiver?
Coach. You may have to help me on that.
What receiver went to a state championship game as a freshman?
Yeah.
The numbers start going down a little bit further, no?
Yeah. This might have to be a new hashtag. Experience matters.
Exactly.
Varsity matters. You almost need to be one.
Y'all, all we doing is talking about history. You know. Chris Dukes couldn't play his freshman year, could he?
I don't know. I almost want to think he started.
DeAndre Green and Scooter as a freshman. Yeah, they went to the state championship game, but they didn't win. Matter of fact, Blunt was run up that year. Blunt only lost that during that 4-year span. Blunt only lost one game in the playoffs, and that was their freshman year in the championship game. So Blunt had the only opportunity to forfeit for as public schools go.
Oh wow!
But for as public schools go, they're the only ones to three-peat. Chad Jackson went to state as a freshman. Oh, you talking about from Hoover? Tell you, man, look at the caliber kid that was, though. Y'all, Julio Jones never won a state championship. I want everybody to understand that.
Nope.
So you can still be a great player and never win a state championship. You know, we don't want people to say, "Oh man, I got to win state to be great." I never did one year. BC Rain didn't even win a game, I don't think, and had 4 or 5 Division I players on their team. So Division I don't mean you're gonna win. You know, college prospects don't mean that you're gonna win. Man, I'm telling you, it's a special thing that you got to do. And y'all, Jeff did this 11 times. And I don't care on what level it is. It's something special that you have to do to win these championships. If it ain't nothing but have discipline every year, it's something special that don't require talent. Cause y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. My last championship team I coached at Maynes, y'all, we gave up 32 points the whole season. And y'all, we had a bunch of no names until after we won the championship. Did nobody know nobody? KT, we need a whole lot of talk about the 90s football compared to now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, with former players. Oh yeah, man, we need to get them on here. We need to get them former players on here because y'all, the young kids, need to hear y'all speak.
Yeah, I mean that's just like where you're talking about some of your main teams. You've coached against C.J. Mosley and
Oh man,
Chris
Chris
Nelson.
Nelson. Oh my
That's
God.
now the quarterback coach and like co-offensive coordinator for Blunt. So I mean,
Exactly.
and you're out there supporting that program as a partner in education.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is, man. That's how long ago. And Chris, his senior year, the 2010 to 2011 graduating senior class, same senior class. He's on that cover of the Lagnap with Jake Coker,
Oh yeah.
former Alabama and St. Paul's quarterback, national champion. He didn't win a state championship, even as a high school quarterback.
Yeah, you're right.
He was great. AJ McCarron won, but Mark Barron was toting that thing that game too.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what the private schools did. The private schools showed Saraland what they needed to do to win. And I know a lot of people puzzled by what I'm about to say. They showed them that you don't need an influx of talent. You just need the right amount of talent so you can win a championship. And tell the truth, Saraland got 7A talent right now playing 6A football.
Yeah, they
I
got
don't
a
think it's a
national skill.
7A school that could beat them, especially none down here. I hope everybody saw what they did to Enterprise. Enterprise beat Baker last year, and y'all Saraland destroyed the Enterprise. I want everybody to understand what I'm talking about here. I can say this: if Williamson and Viger was in 4A, we'll already know who will be playing in the semifinals, just like we did that year when we said it's going to be Viger and Jackson twice that year. Exactly. But my thing is this, y'all. Football has turned the corner. I'm glad that now the kids can still play uh, their freshman or whatever year that they transfer on JV or freshman. If they're freshmen, they get to play freshman. Still probably get to travel with the team, but not play. To pretty much see how the program works. When they move in like that. But I'm telling you, man, it's the society that we live in, Nigel. This is the world that we live in. Whether we like it or not, whether we love it or not, it's the world we live in. It's gonna be stacked teams like Sailing. It's gonna be neighborhood teams like Blunt that still got to play Sailing. It's gonna be stacked teams like Faith Academy got out there. It's gonna be stacked teams like Gulf Shores got, and it's still gonna be teams like Vigue and Williamson still gonna say, "Shit, we gonna beat their ass." So at the end of the day,
That's
y'all,
right.
all of it brings out the best. The old saying that to be the champion, you got to beat the champion. I'm gonna tell you that
Re-
Mary G. Charles Henderson gang gonna have everybody attention this year. When Charles Henderson come to town, everybody gonna be requesting that thing. Charles Henderson is the Mobile County champs. I can tell y'all that. They beat UMS, Williamson, and Mary G. Montgomery and Faith Academy last year.
yeah, ran through them.
And if you plan on going to the state championship, that's who you gonna have to beat to get there. Not to win it, but just get there. Rams are sitting on the other side waiting on you. And everybody down here talking about facilities and all that. Rams have got the poorest facilities out of every team probably in 5A, and y'all, they winning championship. Folks ain't ran through shit, Joe. Cheating motherfucker. Well, at the end of the day, Stanley, they got the calls. Shit, I could have said that the year we lost if Vestavia Hills in the championship. But shit, the team with the most points, that's who gonna win. And y'all, we saw the video. Stanley, we played the video. And UMS Wright didn't do nothing about it. Terry Curtis didn't do nothing about it. And he was the rep. Terry Curtis was the rep for this region at that time. Terry Curtis was the rep for this region. And he
Yep.
didn't protest it. And then y'all, they get beat the next week on a 1-inch line, couldn't score. Karma comes back to bite you. But just like I said, them folks. Oh yeah, I know you said it to me, Stan. Them folks call that damn player catch, and the kid wasn't nowhere near catching the ball. But y'all, all that comes with it, y'all. We try to tell the fans and the coaches, man, beat all of them. Yeah, I done played in games and coached in games where I know we had to beat the referees and the other team. But just like I say,
Yeah, that's some bad ones as a coach you don't want to have to admit, but it's happened to people at least
oh
probably.
yeah,
If you've coached longer than probably, I would even say nowadays it could be 5 seasons. Back in the day, it used to be like 8 to 10. There would be about 3 to 5 games in your career eventually over 20 years or so if you've coached that long.
Jeff, I done won some games on the other side of this.
Yeah, there's been some times, you didn't really think
I done
about it
won some
till,
games where I know the referee gave us some free calls here and there.
yeah, I was like, they liked me that year. I don't know what happened. They were
I'm
like
telling
rooting
you, I
for
done
me.
won some games on that side too, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
You're like, I
I
don't know if
benefited.
they paint, but it could have been some things kind of like, hey, I can't help they painted the field horribly that game. Like your kid just did some kind of little Kenyon Drake move, and you're kind of like, did he step out? I don't know. The ref was so in tune to watching him break away from everybody. Now y'all are getting it.
I'll never forget when Saraland played Theodore the second time. Saraland had decided to bring the vacuum truck to suck up all the water off the side because they know on that side of the field they got that well
Mm-hmm.
out there in Theodore. A lot of people don't know it's an underground well on that side of the field. So Saraland was smart enough to know, shit, we're gonna get a vacuum truck and come out there and suck up all that water. And all the water that probably would have came through. And y'all, that was different in that ball game. You know. Tell you. I never forget what Coach Rock used to tell us. If you keep it close, you're gonna get them a chance to win. And Jeff, he goes his famous quote. If 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 they don't score, I know we gonna score enough points to win.
I love it.
That what he used to tell us on defense. The number one goal every week at Via, y'all, when I played and coach was shutout. I don't know what the number one goal is now, but the number one goal every week was shutout. And the last defensive goal that that we set every game was win. Tell you. First goal every week was shutout. I'm telling you for the defense.
Yeah. You want one of those defenses that they take it personal if somebody even gets a first down.
How about this, Jeff? I'm gonna tell you another thing we used to have as a goal: a punt return TD. Every week we had a punt return TD
That's a
as
good
one
one.
of them goals. So special teams play a lot into it. The only advice I'm gonna give all the teams going into the summer: make sure your kids know what y'all expect and what y'all expect out of your offense and what you expect out of your defense. Teach them the strengths and weaknesses of your defense and offense, so they would never get in those situations. Tell you now, that's the only advice I can give you. Y'all, the offensive philosophy has gotten so much better these days. It would be hard, almost impossible to get a shot. I know my junior year, man, we had 7 shutouts there and still didn't win the state championship. So, the thing about getting them shutouts too, Jeff, it works. It really works in 2 different ways. When you sit there and really think about it. When your defense not used to people scoring on them and people start scoring on them, the morale of that defense drops tremendously. So, your kids gonna have to know how to fight through adversity. And that's the problem that I see with a lot of teams. You know, every game, every time their team get put in that, in real adversity, they fold. You know, it ain't nothing against the coach. It's really the players. So you have to condition your players
Yeah.
for that type of adversity, or you gonna get those, or you can go ahead and put a 0 in front of your 1. I'm telling you now, you either prepare them for those for that adversity, or go ahead and put that 0 in front of your 1. Cause it's gonna happen. Telling you now,
Yeah, I'll agree with all of that.
you know.
No
Roger,
doubt.
man, you still here? Hope Roger ain't went to sleep.
He's
Think he
still on
was.
though?
Yeah, he's still on, but he might be on mute or something. But I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a fun season.
Won't be the first, won't be the last on the falling asleep. We know I've done it with
Oh
my
man,
apnea enough times, and you snored,
man, come on.
and then came back from the slumber and
It went
finished
right
the.
back.
Hey, we might need to look it up, man. I think we've had some Guinness Book of World Record type of shows.
Man, I'm telling you, man,
Some kind of
we done
sports podcast. I
performed.
don't think things go that long.
No, nobody can bring up as much football or even basketball as us when it comes to memories. You know, when you get in that memory, go down the old memory lane type deal. Um, Man, we can give you stories from the 90s, stories from the 80s. Shit, we can go to the early 2000s, with some of the
Hey
stories.
man, that's where your Warren G starts to come in. Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. Football 365.
Y'all, I'm telling you, yesterday I wanted to get on so bad. But I'm gonna tell you what happened yesterday. Late last night, my son and his girlfriend had a little boy last night. So
Oh,
I got
congratulations.
granddaddy.
What they gonna call you, granddaddy?
Look, they ain't got no choice. I'm your granddaddy.
Here, man.
Look here. The new CEOs of Icon Sports Southeast.
Gotta leave it to somebody.
Tell you. Look, y'all, they'll be on here. Boy, I'm about to hear them now. Y'all, come on, y'all. Play some of them old clips.
They gonna be playing Sarah Lamb by 35
I'm
around
telling you,
there.
Sarah about 35 for the next 25 years. I never forget my granddaddy. He went to a game and he put on there and he met Mr. Ray Chastain. He's real famous right now for that singing. Sarah about 35.
Hey, we got a hashtag with NFTs now, and
It's going out to Ray Chastain. Sarah about 35. Yeah, we gonna play that clip
might as
for my
well.
granddad.
Might
Rest
as
in
well
peace.
play it. Play it for
Tell you, network gonna be rolling, y'all. I'm telling you, man, we have so much fun with this, y'all. Y'all can't even imagine how much fun.
Boy, we was out there getting cooked Saturday at Lad. Woo.
Oh man,
Talking about
Saraland, Alabama. Spartan country.
No. The video.
We got you.
Sarah Lamb by 35.
Jeff, it ain't nothing like that. It ain't nothing like
the winner's tent.
Jeff. Think about this, man. I want you to think about it. Think about the pride he said it with. He said, oh, this a video? Sarah Lamb by 35. Man, it takes some guts to say
I
stuff
mean,
like that.
little does he know he could become a Wikipedia Guinness Book of World Record just guy, of the high school football fan.
Exactly.
Grilling dad of high school football.
Who is Ray Chastain, the guy that invented the phrase Sarah Lamb by 35, which was made famous on the Icon Sports Southeast show.
Yeah. Sarah without an H, a land named after a girl. You got to come see it for yourself. And the best football team in America, in the world.
Who would ever thought this little country town down in Mobile County, North Mobile County, would become a football megaplex of high school football?
Well, when they made their school building from the interstate look like it was Texas University of Texas Longhorns Junior College.
I'm telling you.
Except they're red and have like Michigan State Spartan logo. Other than that, though, I mean, look at the way the tower lights up, like with the red at night and everything. It like points to the moon and everything, and the three constellation of like the stars. I mean, it's like mini Texas Longhorn, man. You know how that building out in Austin, Texas, is lit up the burnt orange at night.
Man, it's just
whoever had that idea.
And with D.
There he is.
There he is.
Yep.
Think about this, Roger. I was telling Jeff about my new grandson. The new CEO of Icon Sports South. About 20, look, about 20 some years from now, he gonna be on here saying, "Man, I remember my granddad told me the story But he went to the game up in Saraland, and the guy said, Saraland by 35.
And they did it. 35.
Six, look,
And they
6
did
state championships later.
it.
They gotta do this like King of the Hill
Decades
or something,
later.
man.
16 state championships later. We are still saying Saraland by
They we need to have a thing where like Hank Hill's company comes here to live, and it's like better than Texas high school football, and they're just sitting there, and every time Saraland scores, they're like, "Yep,
Yep.
yep,
Jeff. Jeff. They have
hang
one
it,
side
Bobby."
has 7, the next side has 14, and then every time they score, they just put an X over. And then when they get to 13, I mean 35.
No.
I want one with the King of the Hill squad on there or something, and it's Hank Hill being like, Saraland by 35.
Saraland by 35.
Exactly. That's what it reminded me of when you
And
did
then,
that.
I know
Voice.
better.
and then, hey, check this out,
Propane.
Jeff. And then Homer Simpson comes on there and just fades away in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 30, the 0.
Hey, and the Simpsons
Yeah.
are always talking about the end game, like the conspiracy theory. You know
I'm
what I mean?
telling
So
you.
it's just Homer. He needs the homers. Oh man, that is hilarious. And
Man,
everybody against Saraland.
Hey, Jeff Kelly be out there in a wheelchair still coaching.
Helping them push them around. Push them around.
Jay Lacey the third out there quarterback.
Hey, that can do whatever
Ryan
those.
Williams the third.
He'll be riding in that yeah, he'll be riding that golf cart that's like sponsored by Dr. Doom, Robert Brazil or something.
Tell you. Dr. Doom golf carts.
Yep. Exactly. There we go. We've got another one. Hashtag it.
Tell you.
Copyright it. We'll go get the lawyer tomorrow. Jerry Jones, we need to talk.
Golf carts might split. He's splitting around.
Tell
you.
Well, you don't want to go too fast. The coach has got to make sure he can see what's going on.
Tell you.
Take his time.
Got a glitch in it.
With a big old Jeff Kelly statue out there in the front of the school.
Yeah, like Bobby Bowden before and Nick Saban before they're even done. It's like we got a statue of you right now.
Damn Jeff Kelly statue.
Why they do that, boy? Oh my
Ryan
God.
Williams and a KJ and a Sante McWilliams statue on the side of it. Yeah,
they're as big as Dallas was in the 90s and the San Francisco's and the
And y'all will thank our sport for helping us
get
get this in. If they didn't play those freshmen that year, that we was gonna start off 0-6. We really want them.
That's why everybody wants to play a lot of freshmen. They're like, but they did it. It's like, but that class is just different, man.
Yeah.
Would you just put the state champions or like the kids that went on and played bigger and better?
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was the year where we signed 35 kids.
Oh yeah. The whole squad, the whole team.
Yeah, that was just our school.
Tell me.
Oh, did we mention that in the couple of counties per capita and just the Mobile County we're part of, we had more people probably end up being drafted.
Yeah.
That was the year Icon Sport came up with the cities that end with D. Yeah. You know, we had 75 kids signed up there in those cities.
Hey,
that year.
I got one for you, KT. Does D stand for duh?
Who that was in the group said D stand for D1? That was you, Rob?
Yeah, I think it was.
D1.
D1.
The D1 city.
Telling you. If you sit it on N and D, you probably not going D1. Better come on to the D1 city.
D1 cities.
Tell me.
Yep.
Man, it's fun though, man. I swear. I'm telling you what was real fun, man. Roger went up to Blunt Friday night, y'all. I'm tell you,
Yeah.
man, it's always spectacular stuff happening for us here at Icon Sports Southeast. Fave ain't fair. We always say that all the time. But man, it was a privilege to go up there and meet with Kadar's Tony.
Yep.
Tell you, it was a privilege, y'all.
Another Super Bowl
Real life
champ.
privilege. You know.
Oh yeah. Cool guy.
Tell
Cool
you,
guy.
man. Man, we going to McIntosh on this weekend. Y'all AAU team. Let me go ahead and make these quick announcements. Hold on, let me take sale of my $35, my family. Let me take that down. Yeah, we got the McIntosh Classic, boys and girls, 4th through 8th grade. Right now, looks like we only have a 7th grade boys division. So if anybody else trying to get in, make sure y'all get in by Thursday so we can fill that up and get that schedule out. Yeah, we're gonna have video, articles, and all that coming from this classic. If you got a team and they got kids, young kids that's trying to get their name out there, this would be a perfect time to start that, especially with an Icon Sport article. Yeah, we gonna highlight each team that participates. It's only $175 to play in it. So, you can't play in another tournament where kids on your team will be highlighted. And the key word is will be highlighted. Almost a guarantee your kids gonna be highlighted. But tell you, man, it's gonna be a grand little event that we gonna do up in McIntosh. McIntosh is another school in our partners in education. Last season, and Jeff, I'm glad you mentioned that earlier. Last year, McIntosh was our school. You remember we did the camp up there in basketball. So we did some basketball stuff up there as well. That's another school,
Oh yeah.
a good elite school, a partner in education.
Yep.
Hillcrest Evergreen was the one 2 years ago. Baldwin County was a partner in education 1 year. So y'all, we've done the partner in education in numerous spots. We don't want nobody to think, oh man, they just up at Blunt and they helping them coach. The people could have said the same thing at McIntosh. People could have said the same thing at Evergreen. So y'all, we've been in multiple spots. I don't want nobody to get confused. Oh, he coaching. He on the sideline. Y'all, we was on the sideline in them spots too. So we don't want nobody to get confused. Last season, shoot, when I went to a McIntosh game, I was on the sideline. So at the end of the day, it is what it is with my good elite stuff on. So at the end of the day, y'all, it is what it is. Your school could be one of them too. It ain't like oh no, we ain't doing your school. We'll do any school. But those particular coaches reached out to us, so we became partners in education with them. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna force our way into your school, and you don't want us there. So and y'all the principals were right along with it. So man, I'm telling you, it's something grand that we got going on at Good League. And Icon Sport, who's up next, will be there for this classic this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully, we have games both days. But I know in that 7th grade division, it's loaded, and they're gonna play 4 or 5 games in that division alone. We might just turn it into a middle school division and let a couple 8th grade teams be able to play on the opposite side. But all of it is for recognition and exposure to get your kids' names out there. We not playing for no who's up next championship, McIntosh Classic championship, or none of that. We pretty much playing for exposure. It's an exposure event. If you want to get your kids' name out there, this where you want to be. I know McIntosh and Leroy got teams in it. Still looking to see if Jackson gonna have some. Mobile got several teams. Daphne got a team that's going up there. So it's gonna be interesting. Mobile got a couple teams in it. So that's gonna be fun. And those kids get to venture off a little bit further outside of Mobile, you know what I'm saying, to play. And see that it's other kids with common goals, just like them. Um, but y'all, we definitely want to talk about that. But y'all, did y'all see this today?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they coming up with a prep super league to launch in 2024. And I think Ryan Williams already was one of the first ones to be invited from our area, our region, so far for this super prep super league. Uh, on three is putting together. So man, it's gonna be fun. And man, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be an awesome event that's gonna be taking
So
place soon.
that's gonna be like hmm, pretty much a all-star team.
Yeah, top players playing it like it's gonna be 11-on-11 football.
Mm.
Yeah. And y'all, we got one more major announcement. Uh, as you see, Coach Good is on the advisory board at the United States Sports Academy.
Yeah,
Uh,
go to the
this is
league.
why we have a partnership in education with a lot of schools. Through the United States Sports Academy, Goodley Prep offices are located there at the United States Sports Academy, and Coach Good is one of the people that's on the advisory board for the United States Sports Academy. So, man, it's another grand thing that's happening in our region. Uh, Another thing that happened, University of Alabama offered Miles Johnson, the 2025 kid from T.R. Miller. He picked up all from University of Alabama. Logan Joe Ellenbeck, Jerry and Graham. What's the linebacker up there at Saraland? Um,
Which one?
Curtis. I think Curtis. Last name Curtis. He picked up an offer as well. Along with several other kids in our region. So just like I say, Roger, it's a great time to be from this region.
Oh yeah.
Great time. I know some people. I know y'all been missing us the last 3 days. Y'all thought we was coming on yesterday and Sunday. But, y'all, we just allowed a lot of people to get into the groove. I know some schools have started summer practice, and some about to start practice. We ain't want kids staying up all night trying to watch us on here, and then they got practice at 7 o'clock in the morning. So
And do.
yeah. So y'all, we about to. It's 11:30, Roger. I guess we can get ready
Yeah.
to get out of here unless you got something else.
No, I'm on the low tonight. Mm.
Tell you, man, boy, this sun been tearing my butt up the last couple
What
of
you
days.
say?
Tell you,
Woo, Saturday, man. I'm telling you, lad, I was by the time I left there after being at Sage that morning. Woo.
man, I look like a damn raisinette over here. That
You
sun
had a
tore my
raccoon
butt
eye,
up.
did you?
Man, that sun done tore my butt up. I'm telling you now.
Mm-mm-mm. All right.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I know y'all excited too. Football is y'all next week. June the 14th, South Alabama 7-on-7. I cannot wait. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, it's like countdown to Christmas. I can't wait for that event. That's gonna be a major event. I think Sarah ain't going to the one in Alabama. They're gonna make me ride to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, then the Saturday, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna make me ride.
Make him ride.
Don't make me ride. But we gotta start doing that again, y'all. Don't make me ride. Telling you. Tomorrow heading up on Wednesday. And y'all, the kids do matter. I want y'all to pat a kid on the back that's moving on to the next grade level. Y'all, let's find a kid to pat on the back and
Yeah,
congratulate them for moving on. Because
making
there's some
them
kids in
A's and
summer
B's.
school right now.
Oh yeah,
We
that's what I
can't
was
take
trying
nothing
to
for granted.
tell. That's what I was trying to say in the group chat. Shoot, you never know what these kids going through. They can be all stars from 8 years old to 13. When they get 14 and start smelling themselves, they turn the other way.
Yeah. And y'all, I hate to say this, and y'all, I said this in the group chat. Middle school and park ball has fooled us a whole lot lately
Yeah,
because we sit there and brag on a kid that was good in middle school or in park ball, and them kids don't quite pan out. You know, like everybody expect. And y'all, just like Bill Parcells said, Coach AJ Johnson say this all the time. He say potential mean you ain't did shit yet.
yeah, right,
So
right.
at the end of the day, y'all, till you do something in a varsity football game, you hadn't done that yet. And
And
that
that's
should
what
be
I
one of your
said.
goals.
That's why I said to ninth grade.
Yeah.
That's when I really know you about your business. When you trying to get through ninth grade to 12th grade. When you show off all that talent you had when you was a little kid from ninth grade to 12th grade and make it worth something.
You remember Coach Star came on the show y'all one night and y'all he said this. It's 80% heart and 20% skill.
Right.
And a lot of people get it confused. Oh boy, he talented, but he ain't got that 80% heart. He
Yeah.
might have 45% heart. He might have
Right.
the heart only when his team winning. Yeah,
Or when
and Roger, I already know where I'm about to go with this. I'll never forget y'all, and y'all always go back to this story. I know some people gonna be like, "Damn, he's going right back to." Y'all, we was sitting over at LaFleur. We was playing the freshman game that year, and they had moved Roger to safety, and I already knew why they moved him, and I already knew he was a running back. And y'all, we got in a tight jam in that game, and 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 y'all, we stopped them on the 1 yard line. And I never forget they were coming out the field. I said, Coach, I got one suggestion. Put him in at running back. Roger went 99 yards for a touchdown. Next play. So your gift gonna always make room for your kids. Any kids out there listen. If you got a gift, it's gonna be a coach on that staff that know that you got that gift.
right.
But that coach got to be real particular when they try to utilize your gift because they might be up against multiple coaches. You almost got to catch people with their back against the wall to get them to do what you want them to do sometimes. So I never forget, y'all, our back was against the wall in that game. Man, I made that suggestion, and coach said, go ahead, man. We ain't nobody else doing nothing. And Roger scored twice in that game, over 290 some plus yard touchdowns in one game. It ain't number two people I ever seen do that. That was Sherman Williams and Roger Moore in my whole lifetime.
I would have scored more if he would have gave it to me in the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was too easy. It was, I mean,
Yeah.
untouched twice.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Jeff,
Yo.
what's your analogy on the 80% heart, 20% skill phrase that Coach Starr from Calhoun was talking about that?
Yeah, you gotta want it. You gotta make it happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
You gotta finish everything. You gotta do it like it's your living moment. Like that's all that matters right then is proving yourself. It's just like when you're in the weight room. You gotta finish the lift. You can't do it halfway or, barely get it off your chest or let it go back down. Like you gotta rack it back up, man. You gotta be a man.
Speaking of weight room, we need kids to know what you need to be working out with too in the weight room.
Yeah.
It's too many kids trying to lift more than what they can lift. And you maxing out every day where you probably ain't gonna see that much progress because you're gonna be so sick.
Yeah.
You know,
It
you'll
could
never
be.
get to your 60% lift if you don't know what you can.
Yeah.
You know, and,
Sometimes you need to change it
and
up.
y'all, it ain't nothing wrong with hitting 135 20 times. It ain't nothing wrong with it.
Nah, in today's game, you really need to be able to rep more than you need to one rep max.
Exactly.
225 reps would be the way to go if you can do those
Exactly.
times. And really at high school, 185.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that for the skill guys, any skill position. Linemen maybe still do some 225, but I mean, you go to a big time combine, high school, they've always did 185. So,
Oh yeah.
well, Tim Tebow set the record, man. I mean, how awesome of a feat was that? Him coming out of high school, and like dude was a missionary or something, doing 44 reps of 185 pounds.
Ooh.
Quarterback.
But he was a big quarterback.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like linebacker or something, man.
Yeah.
Like with a flat top, but like a Dan Morgan or something playing quarterback. Old dude that used to play with the Panthers
Huge.
and Miami Hurricanes. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest lesson Tim Tebow learned. The Alabama Heat was totally different from Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way different. We got humid down here.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget that high school game they played in
Cool.
Hoover, and it was like 120 degrees coming off that turf. And first half he was pretty good. The second half it was like, you're not in the Philippines or Florida anymore, are you, buddy? Them dudes, they was ready for it too.
And hydrate, kids. While you sit listening to us, go ahead and get you a glass of water or a whole bottle of water and go and check it down.
Dude,
That's what you're gonna be working off of in the morning.
yeah, I would drink more. Even, I mean, you got to eat. There's no doubt, but I would drink more than you eat.
Yeah.
With what's going on, I mean, like you're in the heat, like you got to drink that water.
Or you'll be taking you a nice little restroom break. Brought to you by Sharman.
Yep. Either that, or you're going to be over there.
Shit either.
You're going to be over there in the if your school's got them. What is it? That between the hedges, you're going to be over there vomiting.
Tell me.
Well,
Tell you,
y'all
man.
boys can have it tonight. I got to get up early
Yeah,
and
I'm
get
good,
him
man.
down early.
I'm think we did a good show.
Man, we did
Hey,
a good show, y'all. Y'all, we been back after a little minor hiatus.
yeah,
Y'all,
I
we
got to
back.
be in practice too tomorrow.
There you go, Coach. What I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, there it is, y'all. I'm KT Thorne.
Jeff Ford. Roderick's there.
Roger, you still here? Roger gone.
I didn't know to say my name or not. I was waiting for him.
Hey, he gone. Roger gone.
He said he was gone.
He said he was gone. I didn't know he was gone that fast.
Woo.
But y'all, we are out of here.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.